Hold on, I can't hear myself, but okay. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, thank you.
No, mine's too bad. Thank you. Yeah, that's 4.
Can you turn it up a little bit? I'm sorry. You know which one is mine? That one's not mine. Good morning, Nova Nation. Happy Friday. Also, happy Cinco de Mayo. Here is what is coming up over the next hour on the Morning Roar. This is the 21st episode of the Morning Roar and the final edition for the spring 2023 semester. We're also broadcasting live from the Belle Terrace inside the Connolly Center until 9 a.m. Stop by and see us. Our very special guest is Villanova University's president, Father Peter. At 8:30, he'll join us on the line to talk about the semester that just happened at Villanova, the university's strategic plan, and much more. Don't miss it. Ever left something important behind in an Uber or some other public place? We'll chat about it. And we award Dominic his Morning Roar Mindbender Championship. We have Cinco de Mayo trivia for you today, and we'll give our graduating senior and station manager, Allison, a rousing send-off in the final segment. Also, a big shout out to freshman Nick Williams, who came by last week with Derek Wilson and is here again to get some awesome photos of the festivities here at the Connolly Center that we'll be sharing with you on social media at WXVU. The Morning Roar is also being broadcasted live on WXVU's YouTube channel. Hi, everybody. I'm David Shapansky.
I'm Dominic Crescetti.
I'm Chris Kokinos.
And I'm Allison Bayata, bringing you your first Morning Roar news update of the day. The latest data from March shows that both nationwide and in the Delaware Valley, unemployment went down both month to month and year to year. In the Philadelphia area, the number of unemployed workers in March was down 15% from February and 13% from the same time last year, which has turned into a burst of better pay. Meanwhile, the ratio of job openings to the number of unemployed job seekers fell for the 4th straight month and hit the lowest level since October 2021. That suggests that federal policy is tightening and beginning to have its desired effect on businesses' labor demand. Jobs and unemployment data for April will be released today, and economists do expect to see the unemployment rate rise. And in other news, a $1.75 million check from the American Rescue Plan was presented to 62 fire departments in Delaware County on Thursday morning. Last fall, the Delaware County Council voted unanimously to authorize the American Rescue Plan dollars to go toward eligible local fire companies, given higher costs and fewer fundraising opportunities due to the pandemic. Delaware County has a mix of volunteer and municipal departments, and many are now hybrids with paid members staffing stations during the day. 62 departments were eligible for $25,000 grants for operational expenses like repairs, training, and equipment. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you, Allison. Now it's time for our first discussion topic of the day. Don't get left behind. Uber has released its annual list of items left in vehicles by riders, and as usual, it includes some odd items, some embarrassing ones, and some that just make you scratch your head and say, how could someone leave that behind? Case in point, the most unique item left in a vehicle was a Danny DeVito Christmas ornament. Other notables, a toy poodle, a fog machine, an ankle monitor, 16 ounces of fake blood, a printer, a remote control vibrator, and a pin of Jesus holding a slice of pizza. A few more, while a Statue of Liberty green foam crown, a lightsaber, hamsters, 2 painted rat traps, a power of attorney document issued by the Turkish consulate, pet turtles, a slab of bluefin tuna, a slushy machine, and a fake tooth. And the top 10 most forgotten items in an Uber are, in order, clothing, phones, backpacks and purses, headphones, jewelry, keys, books, laptops, and watches. So guys, have you ever left a personal belonging behind in a rideshare or somewhere else that was rather awkward to retrieve afterward? Dom, how about you?
I don't think so because I'm very careful that when I get out of an Uber, I make sure I have everything because you probably kiss it goodbye if you ever leave it there. I mean, some of these things people are leaving are insane. How do you leave clothing? I use a jacket.
Yeah, that
But-
makes sense.
How do you leave like a live turtle
No,
behind
I
an
don't-
Uber?
how do you leave
Or
anything
a hamster? That's
like,
ridiculous.
of significance?
It's wild. I mean, I do have a problem with leaving things behind in an Uber, mostly because like I don't know how I would get it back. Like,
Yeah,
I'd be
you're not.
fearful if
No.
you leave something behind. Like your phone, there's no way you're getting that back.
No.
Because how are you going to call the guy?
Yeah,
You
literally.
can't text him back. There's no way you're getting any of that back.
Mm-mm.
David?
Well, I feel like the most common item that's not on here is a water bottle. Like I feel like a lot of people will leave like their water bottle or drink in the Uber. But I have never been in an Uber, so
That's
I
crazy.
I
Wow.
can't
That's
speak upon that.
Never?
So, nope.
We gotta get you in an
And
Uber.
I don't plan on it right now anytime soon.
We'll
so
Uber you
we'll
home
see.
we gotta
today.
we gotta travel somewhere
Yeah.
with you.
It's a great experience, David.
No,
You
it's
should-
not.
I've been in a taxi.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Yeah. I mean, I've always
Close?
had weird conversations with Uber drivers. Do you have weird conversations with
I-
taxi drivers?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Must be nice.
Like, but
I feel like Uber
Like the-
drivers are pretty chatty. I think
They're
you're right
so
about that.
chatty.
Silent
It's
Uber.
crazy.
Really? You only
I'm-
have had
I'm-
silent
no,
Ubers?
no. I'm only going silent to my Ubers.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking to the guy. It's nothing rude. It's just, hey, I'm trying to.
Well, sometimes
sit
they
back
like
here.
ask you questions and stuff.
Yeah,
They
I
don't do
no,
that.
I
you
they, no,
just
they
ignore
do, and
them?
I'm just like, not right now. No, I'll answer them, but I'll be like very hostile in my answer.
Oh my gosh.
Like, basically, how was your night? I'll be like, it was all right. and
so
then
do you
that's
have
it.
bad ratings? I know that you can kind of review your
They're
Uber
fine.
passengers.
I tip well.
No, I was okay.
That's all that matters. As long as you tip well, you're fine. If you don't
Yeah.
talk to them, they don't really
They
care.
don't really care. I don't think like most of them don't want to talk, right? They
I
just
don't
be
know.
I
nice.
don't know. I feel
I-
like sometimes
Maybe.
they're, long shifts. You're in the car. Maybe a little conversation is nice.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
if you're in the car for like 6 hours, I feel like you're going to get pretty bored. You
Yeah,
want to
all
talk
by
to some
yourself?
people.
It's probably Uber's probably a very fun job. Actually, maybe not.
I
I
completely disagree.
I don't know. You meet new people.
The last Uber I was in from Philly, the guy had an iPad in his back seat. He's like, "Yeah, I've got
Yeah,
a
you play
game on
games.
there."
Mhm.
No
And if you get the
way.
Yeah.
high score, you get a $25 Amazon gift card. I'm like, oh, I'm
That
really
is
totally,
cool.
so
That's
high
nice.
totally
tech.
gonna
Yeah.
do this. And then
Did you get the high score?
No, none of my friends got the high score. And we're like, who has it? He's like some 14-year-old kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Makes
okay,
sense.
yeah,
Probably right.
whatever.
Probably bought
Cool.
Robux with it.
All right, Dom, how about we go to you with the Twitter poll question of the day?
Okay, last one of the year, and it makes me smile. Here's the poll question: what is your favorite thing about summertime? The weather, the shore / the beach, barbecues, or relaxing? I love the 4 options we picked, but I think my favorite thing about the summertime is the lack of school. That's what I'm going to answer. How about you guys?
I'd probably put going down to the shore, but for me, I've never really gone down to the shore. That's always like a beach or a lake or something like that.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
totally with you on that. Beach is absolutely the best part of the summer.
Exactly. How about you?
So I like all these answers, but I really wanted baseball to be
Oh,
put on there
it's true,
as an
too.
answer. So
You
that
guys
would
can't keep
that
picking
would be
options that
my
aren't on the
secret
list.
answer.
You were like, no school, and you were like, baseball. No, you have to pick one. That's the whole point.
You guys sounded so old in your answers. Like, I love going to the beach to relax. I mean, they were like, no school, baseball.
I would say the weather. Like I mean, I like the shore, but I couldn't stay at the shore the entire summer. I'm just a city person,
Yeah.
need the
Okay.
city. So I would
Okay.
say the weather, the shore occasionally, but the weather would be my favorite option.
Genuinely, the weather is my least favorite part
Yeah, it
about the
gets
summer.
so
What's it get, like
hot.
65? And
Yeah, what's the high
Take-
temperature in
take-
Wisconsin?
take-
Take
Milwaukee,
a
is
breather,
it?
fellas. It gets like 90. All right, it's hot. It's humid. This summer, I'm gonna be in DC. That's just a
Oh, yeah, that's
swamp.
gonna be
hot.
That's gonna be
Yeah, DC's
hot.
gonna be rough.
Yeah, no, the weather way too hot. Give me that fall or spring weather any day of the week.
Mm.
But barbecues, I think that's underrated. That's an underrated
Barbecues
option.
are great too. At the beach too, you can have a nice beach barbecue.
Do people barbecue at the beach?
Yeah.
I don't know here, but whenever my family and I go to Malta for the summer, we always have barbecues at the
Oh,
beach,
that's
and it's
fun.
lovely. So,
Yeah. I feel like when I've gone to the beach, I've never seen anyone bring like a grill.
is
or
it not
anything.
allowed, or they don't
I
have
have
them
no
at
idea.
the beaches?
You
I
guys
don't
live
think
close
the
to the
Jersey
beach.
Not in
Shore.
Jersey Shore.
Yeah, I don't think the
Aw.
Jersey Shore is
Probably
barbecues.
could bring a girl. Who's stopping you? Lifeguard? Like, is that their
What is a lifeguard
jurisdiction?
gonna do?
Well,
That's not
maybe
their
like the
jurisdiction.
people who like check the beach tags, possibly. I don't know if that's a rule or not.
They're
I
usually
honestly
like
don't know if that's a
15-year-old
rule.
kids,
Tag.
though. What are they doing?
Wait, what's a
What's
beach
a beach
tag?
tag?
So
pay to get on the
yes,
beach.
you have to pay to get on the
Are you
beach.
serious?
Only at
Yeah.
certain,
For
not
real?
at all the shores.
Yeah, not at all, but
How much
some.
do you have to pay?
It's like
like-
$6 a day.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay, that's not
That's
bad, but that's
still
still a lot.
crazy.
dude.
yeah, it's kind of nuts actually.
Yeah, I think it's Cape May, Wildwood,
Ocean City.
Sea Isle,
Ocean City, you have to pay.
Atlantic City.
I think
possibly?
Wildwood's free, and I think Atlantic City's free. Just
Is
'cause
Wildwood
they're-
free?
I think so. At least it was for me. When I
Yeah,
was
no,
there.
it is. It is. Yeah,
I think
Wildwood's
so.
free. Yeah.
Do those beaches get like insanely crowded?
Yeah, they're huge. Well, they're also super long. Like Wildwood's
Okay.
is super long, so is Atlantic City's.
Got it. I mean, this is probably going to be my first time going down to the shore this summer. So
It's exciting.
It's very
Are you
exciting.
going to Jersey Shore?
Yeah.
What? Do you know what shore?
Nope.
Okay.
I
Keep
just
us
know that-
updated.
There's
I'm
multiple
curious.
shores. I didn't even know.
There's one shore, I
Well,
think.
yeah, there's different towns though. There's different
Oh,
towns.
okay,
okay,
Like
okay.
Atlantic City is not the same as Ocean City. Or
And
Cape
it's
May.
controversial
Okay.
too. Like if you ask people,
Yeah.
people will get heated about it. Like which
Oh, yeah.
shore town is the
I'm
best?
sure people do get heated about
David,
it.
where do you go? Where did you go?
Cape May. I also went to Sea
Yeah.
Isle for the first time last year. Sea Isle is beautiful.
I love Sea Isle.
Wildwood
So fun.
is good,
Mm.
but I think Cape May and Sea Isle are the best.
Okay.
See, as a resident Midwesterner, Lake Michigan, that's our beach.
I would no.
And then everyone's like, it's not a beach. It's not a beach. If there's sand meeting water, it's a beach.
Okay.
Is it close to you? Are you near Lake Michigan?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
How far is Lake Michigan? Would you say?
It's like an hour.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
that's
Oh,
not
okay.
bad.
Yeah. No, it's
Closer to like than what I have to travel to get to the Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
It's like 2
Yeah.
hours.
That's
Yeah.
insane. Because when I go to Malta for the summer, beaches are like you can find like 10 of them like a 5-minute drive away.
wow.
Yeah.
That's like the best.
Yeah. I feel really spoiled because you guys are like, oh, it's just an hour. And I'm like, you have to drive an hour both ways to get to the beach.
See, an hour to me is not that bad. I've quickly found out that to everybody out here, driving an hour is the worst thing possible because everything is so close.
Yeah, but driving like an hour to get to into the city, that stinks because it's just annoying. You know what I mean? Like if you have to go to the city and take like an hour, because that's because there's traffic and that's
Yeah.
that's
No,
that stinks.
that's the bad part.
yeah, that's terrible. I can do an hour like of consistently moving probably,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
like sitting in traffic stinks.
Now, sitting in traffic,
Also,
no matter where
you
you are, it's the
speed,
worst.
you book it.
Yeah, you
Try
can
driving
speed.
the
So
Schuylkill.
probably your hour
And you
is
can't
like
see.
another person's like 2.5-hour drive.
Okay, all right. I
So-
don't know if I'm going that fast. Gee, cutting it.
Chris, I have a question for
Yeah.
you that I meant to ask you before. When you're in traffic, do you ride the shoulder?
I have never done that.
Okay.
I could probably say I've never
Are
done
you
that.
being
I've-
honest?
I'm
Do I have
being
to put a
honest.
lie
No,
detector
because
on
I've
you?
seen people do that. I'm like,
And it makes
this
you
person-
annoyed.
it's so
It's
annoying.
frustrating.
But
Very
I'm the
frustrating.
person that's
yes.
going to like weave through the traffic and do my best to get through it and
Okay.
probably annoy you. But I'm not
Okay.
going on
But
the
you're not going to
shoulder.
ride the shoulder.
I'm not riding the
Okay.
shoulder. That's pushing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
David, how about we go to you with our birthdays coming up this weekend?
Sure. So today, May 5th of 2023, Adele is 35 and Chris Brown is 34. On Saturday, Bob Seger is 78, George Clooney is 62, and Philly's own Meek Mill is 36.
Thank you, David. Now let's go to Allison with what's going on with WXVU.
Sure, Chris. A lot as always. So another rotation of the WXV&U Health Clinical Rotation with the Fitzpatrick College of Nursing has just concluded, with 16 students contributing 5 different podcasts and PSAs that will be heard on WXVU, including a PSA in the next break, so stay tuned for it. You can listen to the podcast, which include features on non-traditional students, the transition from high school to college, and nutrition on a college campus on the WXV&U Health podcast feed, available on both Spotify and Apple Podcasts. WXVU has officially announced its 12-member exec board for the 2023 to 2024 academic year. It is a super strong group, and we are so excited for the opportunity to keep what we have built here at the station going, led by station manager-elect Chris Kokinos, and Morning Roar cast member Dave Stepansky is our new sports director. Villanova nursing student Mandy Love Ledbetter will also be our Morning Roar producers. So thank you and congratulations to all of you. Our featured show of the week is Scoop and Score, hosted by Clayton Perona, Matt Topoleski, and Jason Verville, discussing their most outspoken takes across the world of sports. Hear it every Friday at 1 p.m. And finally, we have one more episode of Profcast set to debut later today, as we'll be sitting down with Dr. Steven Strader, an associate professor in the Department of Geography and Environment at Villanova, with a specialization in severe weather and climate hazards. So listen out for it on WXVU's podcast feed.
Thank you, Allison. Now we're going to be taking a quick break. It's the Morning Roar right here on WXVU. Stay tuned.
Your intro can go over here.
Oh, yeah. So is Father Peter going to be on? What's that? Father Peter going to be on? Yeah? Okay. Or to be seen. Okay. Wonderful.
We're back with the Morning Roar right here on WXVU 89.1 FM, The Roar. Let's go to David with our 3-day weather forecast for the main line.
So I don't know about you guys, but I am getting tired of this cold weather. Can we please get back to the warmth? Today, we have some better news. More clouds and sunshine, unfortunately, again with a chance of a pop-up shower, but a high of 62 degrees. Tonight, partly cloudy with a low of 45. A mix of sun and clouds Saturday will get up to 68 degrees. And a really nice Sunday in store, sunshine, and a high of 74 degrees. Right now on Villanova's campus, it's 50 and sunny.
Thank you, David. Allison, let's go to you with our Morning Roar news update.
All right, Chris. So Radnor Township Police honored a Villanova student for springing into action recently when a suspect ditched his motorcycle and ran from police during a recent traffic stop. Illinois native Philip Sandor received a certificate of appreciation from Police Superintendent Chris Flanagan for his help in arresting the suspect on April 17th, who had warrants for arrest outstanding in Philadelphia and Chester County. Sandor, who was on his way to school, spotted the suspect running from police across SEPTA high-speed line tracks. He quickly offered Radnor Township officer Kyle Hand a ride around the train tracks, where the officer found the suspect hiding. The suspect was taken into custody. And an only in New Jersey story, officials are noodling over a pasta mystery in Old Bridge, Middlesex County. More than 15 wheelbarrow loads of pasta was dumped in the woods last week, including ziti, spaghetti, and other noodles. A community advocate posted photos of the heaps of food along a creek in the town's Veteran Park. She says it's evidence of a larger issue of illegal dumping in Old Bridge and a lack of bulk garbage pickup. The town's works public crews removed the food, but there is still no word on who dumped the noodles. Any thoughts on what the thought process was here?
Yeah, I know exactly what the thought process was.
Oh.
The wild animals will eat them. I understand what he was trying to do. Makes sense.
He's feeding the wildlife.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
we
I
should be
understand
thanking
exactly what he
him.
was doing.
We should be thanking him.
Yeah, we should be thanking him.
This man is a hero.
He's an environmentalist at heart, making sure that the wildlife in New Jersey can get the taste that everyone needs of ziti, spaghetti, and other noodles.
But
Yep.
15
yeah.
wheelbarrow loads.
Okay, I don't know what's a wheelbarrow load.
I think it's
How
meant
much
to be
is that?
a wheelbarrow. Like, you know what a wheelbarrow
Like a
is?
wheelbarrow.
Yeah, but like, how do they know that's how much it is?
I don't know.
Maybe they measured it.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's
there's
what
gotta
they
be a
came
better
to
way.
like, collect
Weight
it.
it.
And they had to fill it up 15
True,
times.
True. I mean, I was just expecting a weight to be there, a normal measurement.
Fair enough.
15 wheelbarrow loads. I don't.
How
That
would
could
you
be a
measure
lot or
that?
little.
Like in length or I guess weight?
Weight. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. You say like it's 10 pounds of pasta somebody dumped in the woods.
But that has to be way more than 10 pounds of
Oh, it
pasta.
has to be.
How many
right?
pounds of pasta do you think that is? Like
Where do you even get that much pasta?
50,
I
100
mean, it's
pounds?
New Jersey,
It's
right?
True.
Like
I don't know what goes on there.
they're all Italians. They all have New Jersey pasta. I mean, come on.
Wait, so I actually have a question.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with Jersey, but I think so Middlesex County is North Jersey, Nick? Central.
Well, that
Okay.
didn't exist.
I thought it didn't exist either. Now we're getting into a hot topic here.
Oh, it's hundreds of pounds, by the way.
Are we serious?
Yeah, hang on. I have a picture for you guys to look at if you'd
I
like
think
to
I
see it.
saw it.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's
Yeah,
funny.
it's not
Oh,
unsubstantial.
a lot of pasta.
It's 500 pounds
Wait,
of cooked
it's-
pasta.
I know our listeners can't see it, but I
Wait.
think like 6ABC has a picture of it in
Is there
video.
sauce on there? Or is
I
it
have
just
no
a-
idea.
Wait, is it cooked?
I think it's cooked.
No, it's cooked.
Oh, wait, what?
Well, you're not
That
going
makes
to
it a
feed
lot
animals
weirder.
raw pasta.
Yeah, that'd be messed up. Come on.
Yeah, I
Tom.
know, but I mean,
But yeah,
You know,
500
I-
pounds of cooked
just
pasta
assumed.
in the
Like
New
that
Jersey
must have
woods.
took a while to put it there.
I would think so.
Like that just wasn't okay. Let's in 5 minutes dump the pasta out.
I
Like
think
this was
somebody
a process.
Somebody was trying to feed the animals, I think.
Or somebody bought way too much pasta and they're like, how do I get rid of it? Dump it in the woods.
Let me cook it first.
Let me cook all 100 pounds of it and then dump it in the woods.
Crazy.
All right, here is our next discussion topic. It's our semester in review. From each of the crew members, what is one thing you enjoyed most in your Villanova lives or beyond about the spring semester that we are wrapping up this week and next with finals? Let's go to our freshman, David. First year, let's hear it.
Spring semester. So I will say the Big East tournament in New York. That was the spring semester, early part of the spring semester. But can you believe that was that long ago, Dom?
No.
It was a long time. Like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely the Big East tournament. Just being in New York, being able to cover that in such an amazing spot like Madison Square Garden, especially in my freshman year, was definitely a memorable moment. So I would say that.
Awesome. Dom?
I don't know. This is hard. I mean, David had a good one. The biggest tournament at MSG was cool. I enjoyed my classes. I don't know. This semester was kind of boring for me. The fall semester is always much more fun, I think. I don't know why, but I had a good semester. I think I liked my classes this semester. I don't really know.
I mean, you're kind of right. Fall semester always has a more chill,
I feel like fall semester is always
fun
better.
vibe.
Yeah.
And then spring, everyone's stressed because they're trying to find a job
Yeah,
or an
it's true.
internship. And then, oh man, I got to go home soon.
Fall's so much better.
Fall is the better semester
I agree.
by far.
What you like about the spring semester? I don't know. Fall. That's my answer.
I guess that's what we think about the spring semester. Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty good semester. You know, nothing out of the ordinary. Like, I don't have anything crazy that happened.
No.
Went to New York a few times. I mean,
That
that's
was fun.
huge. Yeah,
That's true.
I think that's probably the highlight of the semester here. Yeah, how about you,
It
Allison?
was a good time. Yeah, going to New York was fun. I would say I liked my classes this semester. It's been great continuing to do my radio show and to be a part of the Morning Roar has been really awesome. And a highlight for me, I'd say, was rescuing Austin, that cat from on
Of
campus.
course.
Yeah.
Now, I've heard from people that the cat's name is also Austin.
She has many names.
Okay, got
She
it.
goes by many names. Some people call her Brick. I don't know
Oh,
why.
okay.
Some people call her Potluck, I believe.
I mean, I kind of believe that. You know, she's eating a potluck
Yeah.
anytime that I saw her, just getting fed chicken with a fork.
Yeah.
Very, prestigious
She was
cat.
she was a very spoiled cat. She still is. So
And I remember one time I asked the person that was feeding her, I'm like, does she only eat off the fork? She's like, yeah. If I don't put it on the fork, she won't eat it.
wow. I did not hear that. I've had no problem just
Really?
or just
Oh,
putting
no.
it down and she'll eat it.
No, I've
But Someone was really spoiling her then,
Mhm.
fork feeding her.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
crazy.
But I
Oh.
think it's been a good semester.
Definitely. All right, guys, it's time for the last Morning Roar Mind Bender. Dom the Dominator Ricchetti
Yeah.
captured the inaugural Morning Roar Mind Bender Championship last week, aided by consecutive lifelines from yours truly. Wow. And he beat the challenger, David Shapansky, by a score of 6.5 to 4.5. Now, the grand prize will be distributed courtesy of Johnson's Corner Farm on the corner of Hartford and Church Roads in beautiful Bedford, New Jersey.
Perfect. Thank you.
What is that? Is it a pie?
Yeah, our audience
Mini
cannot see
blueberry
it.
crumb. And I'm gonna eat it for breakfast.
That's
So-
the best prize I could have ever
Thank you,
imagined.
thank you, Johnson's Corner Farm. I will be. Thank you. I want to thank.
Congratulations, Dom.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
A lot of hard work, a lot of dedication. This is a testament to Chris Kokinas and his abilities
Thank you.
to help so much in everything he does.
I don't know how I
thank you,
was
Nick,
the
as well.
lifeline that helped with, I'm not going to say the most amount of wins, but with wins, period.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Like, I don't know how that happened.
I don't know
I
either,
was not
but-
the useful one in the slightest.
I think it was just inspiration.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Hey, have
It
a
was
little more
pure
confidence.
inspiration.
You did great.
It was incredible.
All right, now we are playing for pride.
Okay.
It's Cinco de Mayo trivia between the two departing members of the crew, Dom versus Allison. So David and I will take turns asking questions, and Allison and Dom will alternate taking the first guess at the question. If the first guess misses, the other player gets an opportunity to answer. If both miss, no point is awarded. Allison, the senior member, gets the first opportunity. Let me
Okay.
pull it up here.
I'm nervous. I've never been in
So-
the hot seat for the
Yeah.
mind bender.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to say that, I have to pat myself on the back a little bit here somewhere today. I did not lose a trivia round, so I'm undefeated. So
Oh.
I had to say that. Thank you.
A small
Thank
round
you.
of applause for
I'm
you.
only messing. But these questions are very good, and they're kind of hard.
Are they hard?
I think they're kind of
Oh,
hard.
no. Okay.
Yeah, we'll
So Yeah, we'll see how you guys.
Do you have your
I might
questions?
not get any right.
I
Alright,
do.
hit me.
Just gonna.
Are you
I'll
going
kick it
first?
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Sounds
right,
good.
go for it, Chris.
All right, Allison. On May 5th, 1862, a Mexican militia unexpectedly defeated the French in what battle? A. The Battle of Puebla. B. The Battle of the Alamo. C. Battle of Palo Alto. And D. The Battle of Buena Vista.
I know it's not the Alamo, but other than that, can you read me the other options one more time?
A was the Battle of Puebla.
Okay, I'm going with that one. A, the Battle of Puebla.
You know, Nick, you sent me the questions. You didn't exactly send me the answers.
No, the answer's there. It's right underneath the question.
It
should be.
is. Yeah, no, you're right. Correct. The Battle of Puebla
Oh, awesome.
was
Why?
a short, small battle that
Why?
did not signal winning the war. I just need to read better. Congratulations, 1 point.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
so Dominic goes now,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So here we go, Dom. In what country is Cinco de Mayo most widely celebrated? A, Mexico, B, United States of America, C, Spain, or D, France?
Oh, I want to say Spain. Spain?
It is not
Of
correct.
course it's not.
So I can.
So you want me to? I'll repeat it
steal?
for you. Yes.
Okay.
In what country is Cinco de Mayo most widely celebrated? A, Mexico, B, USA, C, Spain, D, France.
First of all, why would Mexico or why would Spain celebrate it the most if it's like a Mexican holiday?
I didn't
It
know it was
was
a Mexican
Mexican
holiday until right now.
But I think it's probably the United States that celebrates it the most.
that is not correct. So
What?
what happens
Really?
then?
No one gets the point.
Nobody gets one. The correct answer was Mexico.
Are we
Oh,
serious?
I thought the United States
wait,
made
no,
a way
wait.
bigger deal.
No, you're right. You're right. Okay, I read that wrong now. You're right. So the answer is B. But the way that, hold on one second. Hold on a second, Nick.
It's U.S.
It is
the United
US.
States.
Okay, because the way that it was
Okay.
worded, it kind of made it seem like it was Mexico.
No, it's definitely the United States.
Yeah.
Yes, it's definitely.
Okay, so I read that wrong. I apologize.
This is like a
So-
fake holiday anywhere
Well, yeah,
outside
it
the United
is.
States. Yeah.
See, I thought I heard that, but for some reason the answer here, it's my fault. I didn't read it right.
It's
But
okay.
2-0 Allison. Okay, move on.
We get swept. She can get all 4 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That was so
So
honest.
rough.
I just gave you a heartfelt message like 2 minutes ago, and already you're turning on me.
I mean, get a point. I don't know what to tell you.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right, Allison, the next question is going to you. What is the name of the town where the infamous Cinco de Mayo battle took place? A. Puebla de los Angeles. Oh, little accent there. That we're testing my Spanish skills. Tijuana, Mexico City, and Chihuahua.
But didn't we already say in the first question that it was the
Yup.
Battle of Puebla? So same answer.
Wow, shocker, you got it. Nick, we're really putting these questions, layups for Allison. I feel like we've got a very obvious winner in mind when you wrote these.
We're a little set up here.
A little rigged.
So we'll see if Allison can sweep. Here we go, Dom. What
All
is
right.
the most? I think this is the hardest question, but
Of course.
what is the most popular food eaten on Cinco de Mayo in Mexico? See, but that's where I'm confused because it says in Mexico, but it's mostly celebrated in the United States.
But they
Okay.
still celebrate it in Mexico.
Okay, true.
It's just bigger in the
Okay.
United States.
Makes sense. Okay. A, tacos, B, taquitos, C, tamales, or D, mole poblano.
D, whatever D is.
That is correct. You did
Thank
not
you.
get swept.
Thank you.
Mole poblano is a dark sauce made up of ground ingredients.
You
So
knew that
3-1.
right off the bat.
You nailed that one.
Thank you.
There you
I had
go.
a feeling.
Good job, Dom.
I had a feeling there.
Good
But
job,
Allison wins our last Morning Roar Mind Bender of the year with a score of 3 to Dom. The Dominators won. But still, big congratulations
Yeah.
to Dom, our champion,
Thank you.
and Allison, the final winner of the Morning Roar.
Thank you, Chris.
We're going to be taking a quick break right here on WXVU 89.1 FM, so stay tuned for more.
Okay, mute.
Good job, guys.
Can you hear me?
I like how me and you could not.
Oh, he's on.
So,
Should we just get ready to go?
we're in. So you can tell we're in break, but so Father Peter is on the line.
Oh, can he only hear?
Father Peter, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
All right, we're in a PSA break. We'll be bringing you on in about a minute and a half or so.
No problem.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Yeah, you answer first.
Should we start first?
Or no, start and then
Yeah.
Uh, 30 seconds.
And we're back with the Morning Roar right here on WXVU 89.1 FM, The Roar. And let's go to Allison to start off our third segment.
Thank you, Chris. So we're bringing you this upcoming conversation with Father Peter, thanks to our support from the Villanova Athletics Leadership Summit. Do you want to become a better leader by learning the Villanova Wildcat style of leadership? The Villanova Athletics Leadership Summit, a 2-day sports management leadership development program, is being held June 13th and 14th at the Finneran Pavilion. Focused on networking, education, and idea sharing, this is a unique opportunity to learn from some of the top leaders in college sports. More information is available at villanova.edu/athletics leadership summit.
Thank you, Allison. And well, he's gracious enough to come on with the Morning Roar at a very busy time for his office. On the line with us now is Villanova University President Father Peter M. Donahue, who has served as Villanova's 32nd president since June of 2006. Under his leadership, the university has chartered a course of significant transformation that includes initiating and embarking on 2 ambitious 10-year strategic plans, launching the university's largest comprehensive fundraising campaign, initiating a vibrant physical campus renovation, and dramatically expanding student opportunities. Father, thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. Thank you for that stellar introduction. I appreciate it.
Of course.
My mother would appreciate it as well.
Well, we've asked each other this question on the show today, so we have to ask you, what did you enjoy most about the spring 2023 semester right here at Villanova?
Oh, I guess the weather certainly has cooperated. We didn't have much of a winter, so that was nice. I know everybody probably missed the fact that we didn't have any snow days, but that's good. And it's just been, the semester has run very smoothly. So I can't believe how fast it's gone. I can't believe we're already coming up to finals and graduation ceremonies and all those kinds of things. So all in all, I think it's been a really good semester.
I completely agree. Time definitely does fly by.
Absolutely. And Father, moving on a little bit, do you ever get flashbacks to your time as a student hearing chatter around campus about finals week? And do you have any advice to offer to the student body to get through the next few days?
When I look back at my time at Villanova as a student and think of finals, I begin to shake. It was, in my time, finals were very different. So, everybody had an in-class final. There were things called blue books. I doubt very much anybody uses blue books anymore, but everybody I hear talk nowadays say they have final presentations, final papers. I have 1 or 2 in-class finals. So if you're a science major, an engineering major, I fear that you have in-class finals, but everybody else seems to have all kinds of projects to do. So, but it was not a time I remember fondly when I was a student. So it was a very hectic time. So, finishing all those things you should have done all semester long, oh my God, I should have started this paper weeks ago. So things like that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that, Father, and thank you so much for joining us this morning. So class of 2023 commencement speaker, Lester Holt, is known for his outstanding work in journalism and media. Could you please talk a little bit about him being selected as the commencement speaker?
Well, finding a commencement speaker is always a very difficult project because, people want somebody who has some clout and has a personality and has a big name, and finding those people sometimes is very difficult because of their schedules and getting them to commit to a certain date. We actually have a Board of Trustees member, Christine Dorfler, who just left NBC Sports to go to be the CFO of NFL. But So I called her and I said, "Do you know anybody at NBC that you could get to do this?" And she said, "Let me try." And she got in touch with their news director, and he said Lester Holt is willing to do it. So I was like, "Great, bring him on." So it turned out to be a little easier process for him than I thought. But he's a well-known journalist. He's had a lot of awards given to him. What I find interesting, I mean, he never completed college, so he started college and never finished, and went on to be a rather well-known journalist. And as I said, people probably know him from Dateline and the NBC News, but also NBC Kids News. So he does a lot, and I think he'll have a wonderful message to give to our students. And I think there are journalists and students and media students will find him a very interesting speaker. So I'm very happy that he said yes.
Yeah, I'm also looking forward to hearing him speak. On a similar note, the class of 2023 is the first graduating class that had to deal with the ramifications of the COVID-19 pandemic from their first year on campus onward. So can you reflect a little bit upon how this special group of students persevered through this difficult set of challenges?
I give them an incredible amount of credit. I say all the time that we were one of a few schools that actually decided to come back in person in the fall of 2020. And they were sophomores at the time and had experienced university life in a normal setting up until March 2020. And then suddenly it was, well, let's go home for 2 weeks and we'll see you in 2 weeks. And then it was like, well, we won't see you till August of 2020. So it was a really shocking thing for everybody. And a real difficult time for a lot of people, being isolated the way we were. But we got through it because of the students. People really wanted to be here. They wanted to be a part of the community. They wanted us to have a successful move back into the campus in the fall of 2020. And I give a lot of credit to the students who were willing to follow all the procedures and do everything that they needed to do. And every once in a while I had to come out with those videos saying, if you don't pay attention, you're going to all go home. So, and then they were all like, ha ha ha, ha. And and they did what they were supposed to do. So I was really grateful for it. But they deserve the credit, the students, the staff, the faculty who were really willing to take the risk. And it was a big risk at the time. A lot of people didn't know what COVID was actually going to throw in front of us. And people were willing to give it a good shot. So it was, I give them a lot of credit. They have a lot of perseverance. I know it's something that they reflect on and say, we missed out on things, but they also gained a lot. I think sometimes we don't think about all the things we did gain from it, from the time of being with people and realizing the importance of social interactions, missing people that were in our lives on a regular basis. So we began to appreciate each other more, I think.
Now, Father, changing gears a little bit, we all know how important basketball is to the Villanova community.
Is it?
Can you describe how wonderful it was to see the emergence of the women's team this year behind the outstanding play of Maddie Siegrist and coaching of Denise Dillon?
Oh my gosh, the women were terrific. I think they've shown a spotlight on women's sports and what they could do and what they accomplished. Maddie is a wonderful individual. We will miss her. Denise has done a great job of bringing the team together, but all of the members of the women's team are wonderful people. They work well together. They've got a great spirit amongst themselves. And I was just so proud of everything that they accomplished. And the men as well. The men accomplished, a lot this year as well. But the women really, stepped up and did what they needed to do. And it was a great opportunity for Villanova to really see what our women athletes can accomplish. Sometimes we give so much attention to our men's athletes, but our women do just as well, and they accomplish just as much and work just as hard. So it was great to see them stand on that podium for a change.
Yeah, absolutely. And Father, one of your primary initiatives is the 10-year strategic plan running from 2020 to 2030 that is guiding the university. Can you talk to us about the progress the university has made according to the strategic plan so far, and what other initiatives or enhancements are ahead of us?
Well, I think that, COVID certainly put somewhat of a stall on the strategic plan because we were just about to start it. So what we focused on really then was all of the diversity, equity, and inclusion ideas, things that we could do on campus, helping people feel more a part of the community, putting in some programmings where we really I think if people have had the experience of the IGR program, it was a real way to sit down and talk and dialogue with each other about our differences and as well as our similarities. So it was that program really was given a lot of emphasis. I think it gave us the opportunity to really focus on our community, the Caritas part of our community that we talk about in the strategic plan. We've certainly done a lot more in terms of hiring faculty to fill some of the spaces we're looking for to increase our research profile. That will continue to move forward. That takes a little more time. It's hiring faculty is a year-long process in many cases, so it's difficult to really make that happen fast. We are moving towards trying to meet 100% financial need for students. We're getting closer to that. It's a big financial commitment. I'm hoping that the capital campaign, which we should be starting in about a year or two, will help us increase our financial aid portfolio and be able to do more for that. So those things are still moving forward. With Campus Master Plan, I'm sure some of you might have been involved in focus groups of that. They're going to present to the Board of Trustees in June some of their preliminary ideas. That's really exciting, what the campus could look like with some of the things that we need to put into place. There's been a lot of talk about student needs as well as academic needs, and we're moving towards that as well. The construction of SEER, if you've noticed, there's a new building wrapping around SEER. It's an incredible edifice, and I'm really looking forward to opening that and giving our engineering students a home of their own that's really first class. So that's moving along. And then there'll be other capital projects, library being one of them. So there's been a lot of work done on that. So all of that is moving forward, and I'm hoping we can keep within the time frame of it. But as I said, it deals with people and finances and all kinds of things like that, and the commitment to moving forward. But I'm very pleased with the progress that we've made so far.
Sounds good. In addition to the last question, what do you believe sets Villanova apart from other universities, and how do you hope to continue to distinguish the university in the future?
I think one of the things that distinguishes us the most is our people. There is an incredible group of people that make up Villanova, from students, faculty, and staff that are really committed to the mission of the university, what we stand for, our Augustinian values, how we progress as a people. And I really, as I said, COVID, I think we showed that very powerfully on our willingness to care for each other. I do get concerned about, people's mental health and how they're feeling about themselves and how they're feeling about themselves in part of the community. And I really find that our people really do care about each other. And that, I think, really stands out more often than not. People that are struggling come to with the attention of the student life offices, the counseling offices, by way of other people, so that friends, people that live with them, part of their community in the residence halls, will come forward and say, so-and-so seems to be really struggling. I think they need some help. And I think that's really unique. When I talk to other presidents and other people at other universities, they say that is one of their biggest issues, that people really are concerned about each other. And I think there's something, I don't know, something in the water here. I don't know what it is, but I think we shine in that aspect.
Well, thank you for that response. So usually we get to speak with you here at WXVU as the fall semester begins, but today we get to change it up. So what's the summer like for you? Are you a shore person?
No. The shore has too many Villanova people at it. So, when I go to the shore, it's like, hi, Father, hi, Father, hi, Father. I never get away from it. So, no, I'm not a shore person. I have a hideaway of some friends of mine up in the lake in Connecticut that I go to for a little retreat every year. And I love to go to New York City and be incognito and see all the plays I've missed all year. So I walk around with a big hat and sunglasses on and don't recognize anybody. So that's about 3 weeks in July. And then I take a week here just to kind of chill out and do what I want to do, get up when I want to get up and not go to the office. So, but June is a very busy time. There's a lot of alumni events, reunion weekend. There's a big Augustinian meeting every June. So that's a busy time. And then August. We start getting ready for the fall semester again. So That's what my summer looks like in some ways. So.
Now, Father, our last question this morning. Could you share with us some final thoughts for the semester as we head into the summer?
I wish everybody a great summer. I hope they get some rest and relaxation. I hope they get some time for themselves and their family and friends. I hope they find opportunities that really inspire them and encourage them in their workplaces, whether they're doing internships or jobs in various places, studying abroad, have the opportunity to experience the world and other cultures. I think summertime is really time for us to kind of refresh and renew ourselves. And I hope people find that opportunity and are challenged in one way or another. I'm very grateful for everything the community does to make Villanova the place it is today. And it is really the people that make Villanova the home it is. So I wish everybody a wonderful summer. I hope they have a great time, safe, use the time to renew yourself and come back ready to hit another semester here at Villanova.
Thank you so much for joining us, Father. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you. Great show. I enjoy listening to you all every morning.
We love to hear it. Thank you, Father, again. That was Villanova University President, Father Peter M. Donahue. This is the Morning Roar right here on WXVU. Stay tuned for more after this quick break.
Great job. Great job.
It's Father Peter still on. Okay.
And we're back with the Morning Roar right here on WXVU 89.1 FM. Let's take it to David and Dom to kick off our sports recap.
Let's start with the NBA playoffs. And David, we'll start with the hometown 76ers. Which result do you weigh more heavily for the Sixers, that huge Game 1 win in Boston, or the Game 2 absolute trouncing? For me personally, I just needed to take one in Boston, and we got the one that we needed. Game 2 doesn't, that's okay. It looked really, really bad, but that's okay. Game 1 win was definitely more impactful, I think, Dave.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Game 1 win was definitely more important. Game 2, you were just getting Joel Embiid back.
Yeah.
And, Boston, they had to win that game.
Yeah.
That was a game they had to win. They had no choice, 110%. And the Sixers just couldn't match that energy. It wasn't pretty at all by any means. But I think that the Game 1 win was more important. And I think coming back to Philadelphia with one win is great. And having the loud Wells Fargo Center, it's a busy weekend at the sports complex. Phillies and Red Sox. And then you got the Sixers and the Celtics. So Philly and Boston all weekend. Hopefully we're able to get the upper hand.
Yeah, Philly versus Boston weekend, I guess, will be fun. Joel Embiid finally gets his MVP, beats Nikola Jokic, beats Giannis, beats whoever. Well-deserved, definitely long time coming for him. Love him. Happy that he got it. Happy for his family. I watched his press conference. He was very, very thankful of everybody in the Sixers organization. Glad for him, David. Thoughts on Joel Embiid?
Yeah, I mean, he was robbed last year.
Yeah.
So it should be 2, but, just for him to finally get the MVP is great. But the thing that he knows and the team knows and the city knows that the more important goal is bringing the championship back to Broad Street. So we'll see what happens, but congratulations to Joel. Very deserved.
Absolutely. And then I guess this one Chris can answer a little bit. Bucks head coach Mike Budenholzer was fired as predicted on the Morning Roar. Initial thoughts, Chris?
Very excited. Can't wait to see where the future of the Bucks lies. I think personally it's going to be with Nick Nurse.
Yeah.
And this is for some reason, it's a pattern among teams that have won the championship
I
over the
saw
last
that.
4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only
Steve Kerr
And the Lakers.
And the Lakers,
Yep.
Of the 4 teams that have won the championship in the last 4 years, only one of them has the same head coach right now, which is crazy.
Yeah.
You would think winning a championship means that you get to keep your job for at least the next couple years, but evidently that's not true. If you're not putting the results out there that the team is expecting to see, your job is gone. And we just saw that with Coach Bud getting fired from the Bucks. So I'm very excited. I can't wait to see where the next season goes.
Well,
Go.
good.
No.
I mean, I think a big part of it is just some of the different coaches. Is because once your organization wins a championship or even makes it deep into the playoffs, like where the Phillies are, the fan base in the city expects to win. Like if you still have that same core that's there, which the Bucks do, you expect to go far and not get eliminated in the first round.
Yep.
So I think that's just a big part of it too, and it really plays into it, especially when you're playing in a big basketball city, which I think Milwaukee is, especially recently.
Yeah.
That pressure kind of weighs in, and I think it definitely adds something. We'll see who the Bucks hire. We'll see maybe if the Sixers get knocked out of the second round, do they maybe try to pivot somewhere else and get away from Doc Rivers' contract? So we'll see what happens. I'm not sure. I think Doc has done a great job, as I said recently. But we'll see I think it's going to be interesting this offseason for the NBA, especially in terms of coaches.
Yeah, my feelings for Doc go back and forth. At times he looks really, really good. At times he looks really, really bad.
Well, he outcoached Boston.
Yeah, and especially in that
first
game 1. Yeah, absolutely.
Game 2,
No question.
I think it was more Boston just had the upper hand with the players. But yeah.
Villanova basketball news a little bit. Hunter Dickinson commits to Kansas. He chose that over Villanova, Georgetown, Maryland, just to name a few. Am I upset? Not really. I thought it was going to be a stretch for him to come here anyway. He felt like a Big 12 guy, over the past 3 years. He likes to score the basketball. That's what the Big 12 does. I'm excited to see him in a Kansas uniform. It'd be really, really cool. Does Kansas immediately become the best team in college basketball? Probably. Maybe top 3. UConn's still very, very good. I guess for college basketball fans, what do you think, David? Start with you.
Yeah, I mean, I did not think he was going to come to Villanova. Yeah. Unfortunately, it didn't seem like it. Like as you were saying, I think the Big 12 was kind of more for Hunter Dickinson. But rumors were pretty good. He liked his visit here. But yeah, just option to go to Kansas. I think it was more of just maybe liked Kansas a lot rather than didn't like Villanova. Mm-hmm. But definitely interesting. I mean, I know that Villanova, and I'm sure all the players and Coach Neptune would love to have him. We would love to have him. But I think it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out this season. As you said, Dom, I think Kansas definitely up at the top.
Yeah, it'd be really, really fun to see how he plays next year and see how Kansas plays. But that's going to do it for us sports. Good week of sports. Hunter Dickinson to Kansas. Joel Embiid MVP. Sixers, we'll play tonight against the Celtics. Huge game 3.
There you go. Thank you, Dom. Thank you, David. Let's go to Allison with our music news.
All right, David, you don't have to hold your breath anymore. Ed Sheeran did not copy Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On when he wrote Thinking Out Loud, a jury found Thursday. Sheeran, seated at the defense table in a suit and tie between his lawyers, hugged his attorneys when the verdict was read. The jury reached its decision after roughly 3 hours of deliberation, and Sheeran was smiling from ear to ear and spoke shortly after the verdict was read. Quote, "I'm obviously very happy with the outcome of the case, and it looks like I'm not going to have to retire from my day job," end quote. And more good news for you, Ed Sheeran.
Great day.
Ed Sheeran and Alanis Morissette will fill in as guest judges on American Idol on Sunday. That's so Katy Perry and Lionel Richie can be in England to perform at the coronation of King Charles III. In other music news, Taylor Swift may have a new muse for her pop songs. Following her reported breakup from Joe Alwyn, the pop star is said to be romantically involved with yet another London boy, with a source saying that Swift is dating the 1975 frontman Matty Healy. Reportedly, the two musicians first dated very briefly almost 10 years ago, but timing just didn't work out. Romance recently rekindled following Swift's split from longtime boyfriend Joe Alwyn. And finally, Luke Combs' wife Nicole had an awesome answer for the fan who asked in an Instagram Q&A why the reigning CMA Entertainer of the Year and his family live in a relatively modest 2-bedroom home, which seems, quote, so basic. Nicole posted a dramatically filtered selfie with enormous eyes and an exasperated frog-like mouth and wrote, "We're basic AF."
Thank you, Allison. Let's go to Dom with what's new at the theater this weekend.
Okay, first one, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 comes out this weekend. Peter Quill still reeling from the loss of Gamora, must rally his team to defend the universe and protect one of their own. A mission that, if not successful, could lead to the end of the Guardians as we know them. Right now, 80% on Rotten Tomatoes, so apparently it's pretty good. Marvel movies recently have been iffy at best. Black Panther was okay. The new Ant-Man was terrible.
Awful.
So I go back and forth. Doctor
Horrendous.
Strange was bad too.
Doctor Strange was so
The,
bad.
the last good I remember is the Spider-Man No Way Home. I mean,
And
that was fantastic.
outstanding. Yeah.
But really, since Endgame, things have been the same. We can't really dive into that, but
Yeah.
it just hasn't been the same. Love Again, a PG-13 romance comedy dealing with the loss of her fiance, Mira Ray, sent a series of romantic texts to his old cell number, not realizing the number was reassigned to someone else. No tomato score yet. And the third movie coming out this weekend, What's Love Got to Do with It? Another PG-13 romance comedy. An award-winning filmmaker documents her best friend's journey into an arranged marriage according to his family's Pakistani heritage. In the process, she challenges her own attitude towards relationships. 74% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'll probably see Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm not the biggest PG-13 rom-com fan.
Shockingly, there's a movie on here that probably we're going to see.
Yeah.
It's Guardians of the
feels
Galaxy.
nice.
What a way to end the Morning Roar with a
Finally.
movie that people want to see. There you go.
Took 21 episodes.
Oh my God, he's not making the movies.
No, it's just fun. David, let's go to you with the National Days of the Week coming up.
So today, May 5th, is Cinco de Mayo, Hoagie Day, and No Pants Day. Tomorrow is National Nurses Day, raising awareness of the great contributions and commitment of nurses and to acknowledge their vital role. It's also No Homework Day, and on Sunday is Lemonade Day, a fun experimental program that teaches youth how to start, own, and operate their very own business, a lemonade stand.
Thank you, David. Now, as this is our last show on the Morning Roar, and as our semester is winding down, it's time to recognize our graduating senior, WXVU Station Manager, Allison Bayata. It's been an amazing year for WXVU with so many milestones that we've talked about at length on the show. One of the only sad things about college radio is the fact that it inherently turns over as those involved graduate. It seems like just yesterday when our Morning Roar co-host and station manager Allison came aboard, hosting her show, Please Tune In, and joining the exec board, first as business director at WXVU. Her distinguished radio voice has become a staple of the station, her day and night in our promos and liners, the characteristic people first notice about our programming. That the station is doing so many awesome things, and most of all, has so many high-quality people wanting to now be part of it, is a credit to Allison's leadership. Appropriately, the Morning Roar now has a poem that we will all be performing to send Allison off. Gentlemen, let's get to it.
Oh, no,
Will
you
this be
guys
better than
didn't.
Will this be better than the Eagles song, hopefully?
That's going to be hard to beat, but I think it can be. Allison Bayata, you've left a mark so deep.
As WXVU station manager, you did sweep.
Awards and accolades, a testament to your skill.
Your legacy at WXVU, one that will live on still.
But your impact wasn't just on the airwaves.
The Profcast podcast series, a creation that saves.
Your voice and Ryan's, a duo that we adore.
A platform for faculty to share and explore.
Weezer, the band that stole your heart.
Their music, a part of you from the very start.
Your love of music, a passion that you share.
A gift that WXVU listeners get to bear.
Not just music, cats are a part of your life.
Your furry friends, a source of comfort and strife.
Their antics and purrs, a daily delight.
A reminder to always find joy in sight.
And now you're off to Greece as a Fulbright scholar.
To discover new horizons and to forever alter.
We salute you, Allison, on this new quest.
With your voice, your passion, and your very best.
So go forth and shine your light so bright.
May your journey be filled with wonder and light.
The world is your stage, a place to explore.
And the memories of WXVU forever to adore.
Wow, thank you guys. I've
good.
never had a poem written about me before, so
Well, it's in here. We just also wanted to add that in no way was the generation of this poem aided by an artificial intelligence tool discussed on the program last week.
no, I know it felt very heartfelt. I'm sure you guys spent hours.
Now, Allison, are there any final thoughts from you?
Just that it's been an absolute honor to be a part of the station. I have probably my best memories at Villanova as part of WXVU, doing my show, doing this show, starting Profcast. So I am so sad to be leaving, but so happy to see how far the station has come. And I can't wait to continue to see it grow under your leadership.
Thank you, Allison. Now, we also have more seniors we want to take the time to recognize. Graduating senior Ryan Derry, WXVU's business director. We want to thank him for his efforts towards the station over the last 3 years, including collaborating with Allison on their show, Please Tune In, maintaining the WXVU programming schedule, orchestrating the Profcast podcast series, and for his global and national news updates. Thank you, Ryan. And other valued members of WXVU who are graduating this month include the sports duo of Jacob Arts and Zach Tipton, the voices of Villanova women's basketball this season and hosts of Sports Take with Jake, and Danielle Armitage, host of For the Benefit of the Radio. Congratulations to all on graduation, and thank you for your contributions to WXVU. And finally, it's been an absolute blast having Dom Rigetti on the show this semester as a co-host. Dom will be studying abroad in London in the fall, and we hope dearly to get him back after lots of tea and crumpets in spring 2024. Dom, why exactly are you leaving us after 1 year?
I don't know. Maybe I regret it now. No, I'm just kidding. But no, I'll be back in spring 2024. Absolutely. In one way or another. Hopefully back on the Morning Roar. Maybe even getting something started of my own, maybe my own show. Bringing somebody to do that. It'll be really fun.
Breaking, possibly?
Maybe. We'll see.
I mean, last week
I got something in the works.
TJ Bomba, I believe it was broken on air.
Maybe.
Yeah. So lots of news.
I'll be back. Absolutely. Yeah. Looking forward.
Well, Dom, we can't wait to see you next spring. And it's time for you to do the Twitter poll results recap for the last time for you in 2023.
It's sad. It's a sad, sad day. But the poll question, once again, what is your favorite thing about the summertime? You can find that on our Twitter at WXVU. Shore on the beach, 2/3 of the votes right now. Barbecues, just 1/3. I'm still sticking with my right-in answer of no school. When there is no school, I have no stress. But if I had to choose out of these four, I'm probably going shore and beach too. The beach rocks.
100%. I'm not surprised by those results at all. And guys, we're 21 episodes in. Who would have thought? So thank you to everyone for listening and your support.
Can I just say one thing really quickly? Okay, I'll try to be as brief as possible. Thank you, though, so much to everybody here. As a freshman, I would have been lost without your help and guidance along the way. Best wishes to Allison and best wishes to you, Dom, as well. And I also just want to say real thank you to Nick, who is working behind the scenes for us, does an amazing job as always, helps put together these scripts that we read for the most part, different ideas that we get together. So he is definitely kind of the main piece of the puzzle that holds us all together. So thank you for that, and have a great summer, everybody.
Thank you, David. Thank you, Nick, of course. And now, who will be matched with Chris and David come late August?
I'm excited to see.
That's to be determined, but the Morning Roar will be back. And we will be leaving you with a collection of moments from the episodes of the Morning Roar we've done since our debut on October 21st. Have a great summer, everybody. And our last deep thought of the week: be stubborn about your goals and flexible about your methods. This is the Morning Roar. Have a great summer and have a great start to your weekend.